So as you can see, we're at Nürburgring, coming into lottery chicane as I call it. Yeah, you got to ride the curves big time, as he's discovering. It's tricky, but you got to do it. So Grandad come up to lottery chicane. How's he going to handle it? Spin, commentator's curse. So as you can see, we're at Nürburgring, coming into lottery chicane as I call it. Yeah, you got to ride the curves big time, as he's discovering. It's tricky, but you got to do it. So Grandad come up to lottery chicane. How's he going to handle it? Spin, commentator's curse. So as you can see, we're at Nürburgring, coming into lottery chicane as I call it. Yeah, you got to ride the curves big time, as he's discovering. It's tricky, but you got to do it. So Grandad come up to lottery chicane. How's he going to handle it? Spin, commentator's curse. So as you can see, Rittenberg ring, coming into lottery chicane as I call it. Yeah, you got to ride the curves big time as he's discovering it's tricky, but you got to do it. So Grandad come up to lottery chicane. How's he going to handle it? Spin, commentator's curse. So as you can see, Rittenberg ring, coming into lottery chicane as I call it. Yeah, you got to ride the curves big time as he's discovering it's tricky, but you got to do it. So Grandad come up to lottery chicane. How's he going to handle it? Spin, commentator's Right, let's do a sound check. Checking the sound, and it's nice and loud inside a car. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Right. Okay, good evening, peeps. Welcome to those watching live and those who might be watching later to Autocare's Sprint and Endurance Championship on GT7. This is Season 8, Round 2. Currently, they're out testing cars and setting up cars for the sprint race, which will be 5 minutes. Sprint race 1 of 2 sprint races, and then an endurance. All tyre wear is off, all setup is allowed, because it's a fully modded Cayman GT4 car. So any mods you like, as long as it meets the 1300 kilo weight limit and the 543 brake power limit. So let's just have a quick look, see who's in. So I think we've got everyone in actually. So let's have a look, see who's setting the pace. Scary Biker's setting the pace a minute. He's flying this season then. What did he get, 2 wins and a third or something, or was it 3 wins in this one? In round 1, so he's absolutely creaming it at the minute. And he's also setting the pace here as well. And I think the theme on the cars this season is TV shows, or something loosely along those lines. We've got X-Files on Gia Kaylee's car. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It's just general sort of modded up stuff on this. I don't get. Gas Monkey, I've never heard of that. I think it's some modding car channel. Postman Pat on Dan's car. Pimp My Ride. Yeah, know that one. Don't know what. I can't quite see what Nana's running there. But anyway, let's go back to watching cars go round track. So, power track on the old Dragon Trail Seaside. As I was saying, I think yesterday, if I use my pointer, you can set a car up to go for top speed all the way down that straight, or you can set the car up to handle round the back part, and the straight and the back part are pretty much equal time. Fairly close to equal time anyway. It'll be slightly longer time through here, but the twisty section, you're not really getting to the limit of car handling until you get to that little chicane there. So yeah, it's so technically it's actually that section which is all handling, and the first couple of corners. So it's about half and half track, whether you want to go for top speed or whether you want to go for handling. The advantage of top speed is you're difficult to overtake. The advantage of handling is if you can keep up in a slipstream, you'll potentially pull away in the twisties. Technical stuff. I think there's an ad break coming up, so there might be some blurb you might miss. But anyway, I'm going to keep talking. New thing I've just added as well is the championship positions in the top right. That should all be visible. So yesterday in the Racing Rivals, I'll just send a reply to that. Yeah, yesterday in the Racing Rivals it was pretty chaotic, because it was Speed Freak, who's not here in this one, I don't think. No, he's not. Speed Freak was leading on lap 1, and he spun in the twisty section. And if you notice in this twisty section, let's pick someone who's going through it, like Johnny. It's all barriers and not much else to go, and nowhere else to really go. So he spun in the middle, and no one could avoid him, and it was virtually a mass pile up, and but 2 or 3 people got caught up in it. It split the field, and yeah, it was pretty chaotic. So this is looking pretty close now. Kayla is setting the pace, and he's less than a tenth ahead of AS Gaming, who's now ahead of Scary Biker. Speed Freak says he's not in it because he binned it. So I didn't quite catch that. Yeah, he binned it under the bridge and both sprints. Right, anyway, let's just do a quick championship rundown, which you should be able to see, hopefully, on that stream. But let's see if I can find it anyway so I can blow it up and read it properly. So, because of round 1, say Scary Biker has a pretty healthy lead at the minute, given it's only round 1. So he's on 63 points ahead of Johnny on 54. So a 9-point lead at this stage is pretty big. It might take quite a bit of work to whittle that down. And we got Footer in 3rd on 52. We've got AS Gaming on 47, along with Dan Young on 47. Chris is on 46. Kayla on 46. Ricky on 45, so it's all massively close in that midfield. Then we've got Skev on 35 and Nana on 28. So it's all so close in the midfield because basically Scary picked up all the points. And that left everyone else scrapping for leftovers. So he was totally on form. And then it says 5 minutes before start. Let's have a look, see what the time is. Yeah, okay. That's good. So let's have a look, see what's happening. Got some predictions running on the channel. Who's going to win the sprint race? So we've got 5 minutes. I'm going to clear one of these ads before it interferes with the race, I think. Shouldn't be any more than that, really. Put that on. Good time to see it. So I'm gonna let's see what Gear Kayla's doing on top speed. He's doing what? It is looking really close at the top. 3 of them, all with really similar paces. Are people already on a run, or are they just coming out the pits? No, yes, I think they are. Not a genuine top speed anyway, because it's slipstream related. It's pretty safe, actually. He's not running. Oh, let's get Kayla. That's looking scary. No, he's not running steering assist either, is he? Right, ready to go. Thought it might be. Just a few adjustments. So we should have Nana, Scav and Ricky all have NOS available. So expect them to make flying starts. Light's coming on. It's going to be 5 minutes. It's probably going to be 3 laps. Go. Oh, Ricky had a good launch off the line. He certainly was faster off than Nana was and Scav, and he's going straight past. And I don't even see him on the NOS button yet either. So Kayla has come through to second. That's a pretty good start as well, especially don't got NOS. In fact, he's going to go Ricky, and he wants turn 1 to himself. We've got Chris following him through, and Scav are all fighting over the slipstream. It's so important on this track. Chris leads. No, he's gone deep into the wall. He was leading turn 1 briefly. It's going to be Kayla who's leading out, and I think Scav was. He might have just been getting slightly pitted into the wall there, actually. But Kayla and Chris making a break for it. Are they going to work together and try and break from the field, or are they going to try and fight and cost each other time? So we've got Johnny and Young all together. Ricky's out. Oh, they've gone. I think that's side by side as well. So back to the lead, and these two are definitely fighting. But Ricky looks like he's joining them, and he hasn't used any NOS yet either. So that's looking well healthy for him. And then the field going. Oh, look at that! Is that? Yeah, it was AS Gaming going fully sideways. Was even being pushed around the corner there. Oh, Chris just sits the wall, and that's the worst time to do it because Kayla only has to get around this one hairpin, and then he can make a break for it. So how much of that NOS is Ricky going to use? I suspect all of it. He must do, surely. It's 2 minutes of a 5 minute sprint race gone already. The rest should be fighting for the minor places. So 1.7 second lead nearly. And Chris is out of slipstream range. Here comes Johnny, so he's already doing over 200 mile an hour. 205 I'm seeing. He's probably bouncing that off the rev limiter. He is. He's flicking all around. 205, 207. He's gonna get Chrissy. No, he can't quite make the breaking point. Although Chris has gone deep, so he might get him on the exit. Inside the next corner. Yeah, it's through. Is he? Yes. He's holding that. So Chris couldn't be any closer. So what's he going to do? Is he going to attempt to try and get this place back in the twisty section? Or because when they get to the straight, I tell you, Ricky is going to be gone. Just a sip of my tea. Scav is actually having a go at Ricky here as well. Sorry, at Chris here as well, and he's through as well. So he's used quite a lot of his nozzle. Chris did so well to avoid that wall there. And then we got Scary who is not having as good a run as he did at Willow Springs. He's had to start right down across the back of the grid though, so he's already up a few places. And then at the back. So 3 seconds. Gear Kayla's running away with this race, but let's see, 3.5 or 3.4 seconds. So how much is he going to take out of him? He can pretty much hold that NOS button down, surely, almost the entire straight, can't he? Let's see what that gap is in a minute. Scav's up there as well, but he hasn't got anywhere near as much NOS. So Chris wants to try and stay in that slipstream if he can. 3/4 of a second he needs, and he's half a second, and he's actually closing. So I think Scav might be using that NOS for later. And Ricky has only taken, what, a second? Get Kayla on that straight, really. A bit more. Going way too fast into turn 1. Ain't neat lucky damage is off, assuming it was luck. Anyway, so Scav and Chris are going to continue about. So Scav's out of NOS now. So whatever Chris does here, he can maybe hold him back and hold position. So quick look down the field. So I've got Young and Scary fighting together. Gamey's not too far behind, or is Fudder and Johnny. Fudder's at the wall. Yeah, so looks like Gear Kayla is able to extend his lead in the twisty section. Not by much, but it's enough, because unless Ricky starts using up some NOS around here, he might be settling for second, but use it, just use it. He is using it. Just got to make sure you brake early, because they're going to be going so much faster into that braking point. But he knows, look how deep he's gone. He knows he can only gain about 1.5 seconds, so Gear Kayla looks set to win that. Win sprint 1. You've got Scav, should hold on for second. It's going to be between Young and Chris, or it's going to be side by side. How close is that going to be? Gear Kayla's 1, Ricky's 2nd, Scav is 3rd. Who's going to be 4th? Oh, right on the line, it's another 0.03 of a second finish. Scary's in 6th. So Gaming, Johnny, Tattoo, Nana's coming in 10th. Let's have a look. See, it was Johnny who was 2nd in the championship, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, we'll find it out. There's points for an update. I'll have to wait till all the stewarding stuff's done before they'll get updated. It was nowhere near as chaotic as the Racing Rivals one yesterday. So yeah, Kayla wins, but Ricky does get fastest lap, so that's an extra point. That'll be the same points essentially as the point scoring system goes, 16, 15, 14, 13 and so on, but with a point for fastest lap, so it'll be equal points. You've got Scav 3rd, Young 4th, Chris 5th, so Scary only 6th, but it was Johnny who was his main rival, and he's 8th, or his closest rival, Fudder and Nana. So now we just need a reset for second sprint. Try and get a 30-sec ad break out of the way. What's that do? I can't remember what that does. Snooze ads. Ah. Right, here we go. Let's have a look, see what we got. Yeah, we got the 10-minute sprint. So I'm guessing that's going to be 6 laps. Tyre wear, fuel consumption's off. Yeah, good. Same power, same weight, same car, same reverse championship order starting position. Which means, yep, scary, apart from, yep, he's right at the back. That's his challenge. That's his penalty. So I go out here because this should kick off pretty much straight away. So anyone can get a crafty practice lap in. Nana's the host, so she's getting a crafty practice lap in. Let's have a look at what their livery was. It's a sort of a... I don't know if that's representing a TV programme or not, actually. And I don't know what that is either, but it wasn't a compulsory TV theme, so... X-Files one, that's pretty good. Yeah, they was just waiting for the race 2. Let's go here again. So 10 minutes. And say the front 3, all with NOS. Lowest in the championship. That's what you get. Go! Oh, Ricky's had another good start off the line. He's good on those reactions. But it looks like Scav is also going to beat Nana. Yep, to the first few hundred metres. Ricky's going to follow. Kayla's up there again. And is he going to follow Ricky or go for a move? Chris, again, it's like repeat of race 1. He's looking for that slipstream. Everyone jockeying around. Anyone going in the wall? A little bit, but not this time. Bit of lag, I think. So Ricky leads through turn 1. Chris has got himself up to second, and he looks like he wants to try and take Ricky in the twisty section. Can he manage it? Looks like Ricky's going to let him go. He could have given a squirt of NOS to stop that happening, but so now he's got to make sure he doesn't drop too far away in the twisties. Meanwhile, 3 abreast into the chicane. That never works. 3 abreast, see there. I think it's gaming. He's gone in the wall. Never going to get 3 abreast through that chicane. Not even on push bikes would you manage that. So top 3 making a break. With Young following up behind. He's got a bit of a gap to Scav, Gaming, and Scary Biker, who's got himself up to 6 pretty quick. So a quick look down the front. Yeah, Ricky's now in 3rd place, so he can't be quite as liberal with the NOS button now. So Chris is actually in the worst position. Oh, Kayla's going down the inside, is he? He doesn't want to. He might have just backed out of that because you just don't want to. You don't want to be at the head of the field coming down this straight. It's just the worst position to be in. And even if you weave around like Chris is trying to do, trying to break the toes, just you can't do it. So look, see how much gear Kayla's closing in. See, 2 tenths, less than 2 tenths, 10th and a half. I must admit though, that slipstream like yesterday is really not as... He's going to go for the move. I thought he was going to go for the bump draft. That slipstream is not as powerful as I was expecting it to be. But get Kayla down the inside. Yeah, give him room. Oh, Ricky's in the wall again. I bet he's using that NOS button too hard. And Scary's got himself at the 4th now. That's a bit better over race 1. And we have a big gaggle of cars. I mean, this is third to pretty much the whole of the field, all close together. Now again, will they work together, or will they fight to break away? So Ricky's only used a little bit of NOS, and he's not using it through twisty section, that I can see. This is scary. He's going to try the outside move. Oh, he's running really deep though. He's gone really outside, but inside for the next corner. Side by side, heading down towards the chicane. Young wants them both, but it's got nowhere to go at the minute. Can he squeeze down the middle? No, he's going to have to wait. But again, you don't necessarily want to be in front coming onto the straight. So Young have a bit of tail out moment now in that corner. I'm really surprised at that. Could be running really low down. Let's look at this scav on the button, steaming past him, and he's going to get scary as well. So that's pretty handy. Meanwhile, Autocare the second fastest lap. It's well broken the draft to Chris, who has over 2 seconds to Scav. So Scav used that NOS pretty well there. I think he used it to take about 4 places, but didn't use it all up. Settle for being faster than him on the straight, but not enough to completely drop him. But here we go. So Scary's going to come back at him. Nope, not quite. I'd say top, well, like 3rd to 9th are all together. And again, there's this side by side stuff skimming the wall through that chicane. And now it's like Gaming's got to run, but there's nowhere really to go. Nowhere really to go there. It's just better just to follow. I'll see how close he was actually. So that's safe. The trouble is there's so much action that watching a replay is like... So what happened? Did he just... Yeah, just a little bit too much speed. A little bit too much speed. You just have to like stay close, but not so... Yeah, stay close as I say in the slipstream, but not so close that if there's a lift or a twitch from the guy in front, you're going to hit him. And then GT7 physics are going to happen, which is going to be the object in front that you're hitting will not move, and the object that you are will not move. And all that means is when your tyres spin, or when your tyres turn, your tyres go from turning to spinning, and you get instant loss of traction, and you'll spin it anywhere in any car. It's not great physics, but to be fair, if it stops you pushing people around corners, it's fine in my book, because you shouldn't be doing that anyway. Anyway, you can get caught out by it. So Scary holding 4th, which isn't too bad because Johnny is right behind him. Alright, Gear Kayla, 2.5 seconds. Yep, getting good speed to the exit of the chicane. So we've got the stragglers, unfortunately. It's like Nana, Gaming, Johnny, they've all lost the slipstream. But Gaming and Johnny can work together. They're not that far apart. They could work together. Bump draft down the straights. Scary's catching up with Scav now, so he's after that podium, which should be a pretty good result from the back. Yeah, Kayla nicely into the chicane. That's pretty controlled. Good throttle control. Oh, just like Chris has gone deep. So now he's being steadily caught by Scav and Scary here. Chris is just at slipstream range. Clipping the ball doesn't help. Now he's in slipstream range because of that touch. So now he's in trouble. Scav's using the NOS. Chris wants to get right back into slipstream. Try and get as much of it as he can. Because otherwise... Oh, it's Ricky behind now. Oh, he's probably used his NOS to get past Scary, isn't he? So this battle for the final place in the podium is going to go to the last lap, I reckon. Because Ricky's still got a bit of NOS. Scav's still got a bit of NOS. And Chris and Scary are probably faster. Hello. Hang on a minute. No, Chris was... Oh, hang on. He was second, wasn't he? What happened? Yeah, he's been caught up, hasn't he? And Scav's got him. Yeah. Wow. Well, I've been paying attention. Well, that's why Gear Kayla's lead keeps going up then. So Chris has been sucked back into this battle. So it's not a battle for the final podium, it's a battle for second then. And Scary, if he does it right... Oh, touching the wall. He can get those. And he can get second. He's just got to wait for Scav and Ricky to run out of NOS. And they got a slither left. Bottom right corner, in case you didn't know where that was, so it says nitrous. So they've both got about, what, a fifth of a tank. But this might actually be the last lap though. Is Kaylee, he's got 4.5 seconds. He could stop to make sure he crosses line. In fact, he's made it, so that's going to be a win for him then. Oh, Scav's got a half-second penalty. Use that NOS up, boy, because you need over a second now. And he's got it. So he's stolen that one. So coming in behind the NOS runners is as good as you can hope. Young is 5th for the 6th. Chris 7th. Gaming's going to be 8th. Johnny 9th. When he crosses the line, that's not good for him because he was... Well, he was. I don't know if he still is now. Scary Biker's closest rival. Yeah, that was chaos. But again, nothing like last night. That VOD, video on demand, that replay is still up. It'll be up for about 2 weeks. If you want to see chaos, watch race 1 and 2 of the sprint. Totally different. Oh, I've been told Ricky's setup is he's using VR. Nice. So have a quick look at the results. So Gear Kayla, comfortable win. Not fastest lap though. Scav second despite that full 1 second penalty. He used the NOS just enough to make sure he kept it. And then Ricky got fastest lap as well, so that's still pretty good for him. Podium as well. So Scary coming 4th behind 2 NOS runners. That's not bad. Championship wise, I'm sure he'd be pretty pleased with that. And they got Young, who was also up there as well, points wise, isn't he? He's in 5th. So Fudder 6th, Chris 7th. Chris was in the mix from all that race, and then it all just sort of fell apart towards the end. And then same for Gaming, he was in the mix, but then he got too close to the car in front. That's all that happens, is a nudge or a bit of lag or a twitch. You'll spin those rears and then you're spinning. Doesn't matter how good you are. It's always going to happen. So there'll be a lobby reset now for a 30-minute endurance race. And they'll be in the souped up, high-powered, nearly 700 horsepower Shelby GT 350 Mustangs, That should have updated by now. Yeah, there you go, 30 minutes. And the Camaro ZL1. So let's have a quick look. So, and these are running 673 brake, both cars, and a 1340 kilos, both cars. Full setup, allow, yeah, tyre wear and fuel consumption is on though. And no limit on the assists. So last time out, yesterday, this was a 2-stop race, which surprised me. I'm just going to stick that on spectate, and I'm going to do my usual comfort and tea break. Catch you in a minute. Alright, that's better. Alright, what's going on then? So we got Young out on the softs, lap 3. Pretty considerable error number, not bad though. The fuel was preventing them I don't know if you could do one stop on the fuel. I mean, they are doing 200 mile an hour, look. Completely off the dials. Oh, and that's too late on the brakes. Nana's ready. So just have a look, see if we've got anyone. Oh yes, we have. We've got footer on the hards. Someone's invited me to play Project Motor Racing. No. Salo Salita as well. God, I hadn't seen him since Project Cars 2. That's going back about 5 years. Sorry, mate. I'm not playing that disaster. Which, ironically, apparently plays just like Project Cars 2. So if you like Project Cars 2, get Project Motor Racing, because the physics are basically the same. Also known as not very good. So Young flying on that lap, 57. I'm not seeing anyone practicing fuel saving. Just having a bit of slide. So last time out, the Camaro did seem to be the better car, but it wasn't as big a gap as people were expecting. I think it's a quality looking car, that Camaro. This looks like a good livery. Scaries. Punisher livery. This game uses screen chrome. Okay. So, again, this is now sprint race finishing order, the last sprint race. And there is no NOS. There shouldn't be for Scav or the others. Yep. So on the lights, he's off the line quick. Oh, pretty even start. I think I saw Scary have a bit of a jump there actually, and he looks like he's had a small one. It's going to be enough to get him alongside Scav straight away. Yep, up into third. Can he get behind Ricky for that slipstream? No, he's going to have to go alongside, but Young's giving him a push. So there's some bump drafting going on now. Get Kalis making a break for it. If he can win in that Mustang, he's doing really well, because, say, the Camaro had it, or a lot of deep stuff into turn one, but they've all made it through. Bit of wall rubbing going on here and there, but not too bad. So, is it possible the Mustang's good in the twisties? Judging by the way that gap's coming down to Scary, no. And I think Scary's... I was about to say he had a better run through the chicane. No, he hasn't. Oh, he's had a better exit there than Gear Kayla. Is he going to go down the inside? Oh, wow, that was a good run. And Gear Kayla's having a slide. Oh, and a bit of contact from Young there. Straightened him out, I reckon. He was going round otherwise. He got saved, I reckon. Convenient touch. Gaming's having a better run up to fourth, for the fifth. He's one of the main contenders, actually, championship-wise. I think he's in third place, wasn't he? You can see the points, so I can't. That's after round one, though. That's all changed. So you got Ricky. Oh, Nana's had a spin. So Ricky and Nana fallen off the back of the train. And Scary has made a break for it. So it may well be then that Kayla is going to be outclassed in the Mustang on this track, but we'll see. It was better on fuel, I seem to remember. He could do about a lap more. You can see he got gaming tone right up now. Over 200 mile an hour. Through he goes. Not a lot Gear Kayla can do about that, except get in the slipstream. So maybe the only thing he can do is be the top finisher of the car. Game's gone deep. Can Giacchino get him back up the inside? He can. When you get the overspeed on the slipstream, you gotta make sure you brake conservatively, because you're going to be going about 5-10 mile an hour quicker. But everyone's been doing that though, particularly the NOS runners, just going too fast into turn 1. Anyway, look at that lead, 2.5 seconds. Scary's back on it. He's back. Now Young's not, well, I was about to say, not struggling too much to make a break, but Gaming's managed to get back ahead of Giacchino. Didn't see where that was. No, it's before that corner. Really bad at catching these on replays. So Fudder and Johnny pretty much together. Now we're getting a bit of field spread. So Scary's still holding back 2.5 seconds. And Young is going to have, Gaming's going to be in his slipstream. So how much is that tow worth? So that's a 1/10 of a second already. Don't see any fuel saving. And he is pulling away from Giacchino as well. So he's doing over 200 mile an hour, 196, and about 190. So that Camaro is a couple of mile an hour quicker on the straight anyway. Is he going down the inside? Oh, yes he is. Get on the brakes early. Yep, made it count. So, can he do anything about Scary Biker? So they're all on the softs. That's like the top runners. Fudder's on hards. He might be trying something interesting. He's really used half a tank of fuel already. Wow. Don't use one of these cars as your daily driver. Now we've got Scav on the hards. Although Nana's going through. So 154. That's as good as pretty much any pace there was yesterday. But Gaming's also in the 154s. Just. But so you get Kayla 156. That Mustang is, well, it's definitely lacking straight line speed compared to that Camaro. Speed Freak saying, I wonder if rain will make an appearance. The weather is on random, isn't it? It can rain here. I'm just going to have a cheeky look at that. No, it's not. It's on preset and it's dry, so there ain't going to be any rain. Yeah, look at that. In fact, it's 10 mile an hour slow on the straight, that Mustang. So you've got Johnny's doing comfortably over 200. And Ricky in that Mustang. He's going to hit 200, is he? 199. Could be down to setup, of course. You could run low wing. You could have some mods that give you a bit more top end power. Oh, Scary hitting the wall. Sparks and flying. Still 4.5 second lead. His tyre wear's marginally higher than Gaming's, and his is marginally higher than Young's. So if Dan can do a look after his fuel, which he is, he might be able to, if he can. Is he going to try and go a lap longer, maybe? Get a tyre offset, fuel offset. And Gear Kayla's hanging on. That I get the feeling being, oh, I say that, almost commentator's curse again. Big power oversteer moment. So that's the trouble, the Camaro is actually easier to drive as well as being faster. So we're kind of hoping that that Mustang might have a chance in the twisty tracks, if not the top speed ones, but it's not looking too promising. To be in the top of the Mustang runners is about best you can hope to be. Oh, I've got footers in the pits and the hards. Getting rid of them. Go run the hards and the softs. So what's he going to do? Full tank, I assume. Yep. He hasn't changed tyres. That's interesting. It's only fuel. So Scary is still extending that lead. And he looks like he's getting some nice smooth lines, using all of the track right up against the barriers. That's a bit too much close to the barriers there. That's what you got to do on this track though. Close to the barriers as you dare without actually touching them. So Gaming and Young are still together. And could be the Young's just saving a bit more fuel because he's following Gaming, and it has just dropped out of the slipstream though. The 55.2 is the best. GK can do the Camaros in the 53s, but said that. Young's in a 55.2 as well. And I think Gaming had a bad exit there. He's going in the pits anyway, I think. He must be on that amount of fuel. Let's see, Scary's in. Yeah, Gaming's in. And Young's in as well. He's not going for the offset. And Gear Kayla's in. So there's no splits on the strategy. I think Johnny's going to be in as well. Yep. Chris, he's definitely going to be in, looking at the state of that left front. And I think that probably, Ricky might be staying out. And Footer will be staying out. That's Footer pulled something interesting here on strategy. Although, believe it or not, he's not even close to leading. That pit stop is so short. Scary's come in, changed his tyres, filled up with fuel, and it's still leading. So I don't think there's a strategy to be had here. 9.5 second lead, so here we are. This battle for second is probably going to go on all race unless one of them loses it. I think this might be a little bit too laggy to be worth watching from driver's eye. Every time I go inside the car, he drops back. They're going to clip the barrier. 2 tenths and a harder hit. Yeah, get Kayla's on the hards as well. So they're all on the hards. They've all taken a full tank of fuel. And it probably is going to come down to a bad mistake to really shake up that finishing order, I think. Not even at half distance yet though. So that's what's going on elsewhere. I've got Ricky, Fudder and Johnny all pretty close to each other. Battle for 5th. Oh, Fudder going deep there. He's sort of, well no, I was going to say he's going to hold it, but you know, he's getting a twitch of power oversteer there as well. Oh, Ricky's come in. Nice overalls on its pit crew. And it'd be seen going to a rave in those. 10-second lead. So despite the hard tyres, the gap is still going up, and I think Young is just starting to drop back a bit now from gaming. He doesn't look as happy on the hard tyres. Don't see him short shifting, so it doesn't look like. Oh, another clip of the wall, and another one. That just might be where he's losing time, actually. Just trying to go too fast in the corners. You'll lose way more time than you will be being conservative. And really, if it was a big issue for any of the front, well, even the front three, possibly. Yeah, I thought Nano was getting lapped. South Park livery. Nice. Very cautious out the corner. So gaming is coming to lappy. Get a slipstream. Yeah, it's a pretty useful place to catch your back marker. So I'm sure he'll be pretty pleased to see her. Maxing out the revs in 5th gear. So he's now got 2.5 seconds to Young, and Young is not going to get. He's not going to get slipstream of Nano. He's going to catch her in the twisties, I think, and that's going to make that gap even more damaging. What's the cameraman doing? I hear wall rubbing going on. Yeah, so yes, he's caught her in the twisties, but looks like she's letting him bide, eh? Well done. And 5 seconds back. Let's have a look at those split times. So we've got 56.1, 56.9, 57.5, 58.5. It's a big spread of lap times. In fact, Footer is lapping quicker than Gear Kalo at the minute. And he's on those unchanged, used hards, isn't he? Less fuel. So I think Footer's the only one trying something different. It's certainly an interesting strategy not to change the tyres. Johnny's not a million miles away behind him, but he was closer, wasn't he? He was battling with him not long ago. Ricky 7th. And we've got Chris and Scav together. Not sure what's happened to Chris in this race, but he is in the Mustang now, so get Kayla being the top of the Mustang runners. I mean, you can't really hope to be much more than that, but he's catching up with Chris here though, so he might be about to improve that position. Chris, oh, sorry, he's catching up with Scav even, and Scav's on much more worn soft, so this is probably not going to be a battle that lasts that long. Fudder's in the pits. Didn't go as long as I thought he might in those hards, because he will need to stop again, I think. Is he coming out? Yeah, he's just gone in for fuel again. No, didn't change the tyres. Oh, Chris has got past Scav. Just as I flicked away. Oh, Scav went deep in the hairpin. Oh, he's getting him back though, on the slipstream. Good little battle. We like battles. So Scav's got through, but Chris is going to get a return slipstream here, and it's going to be enough to attack. Really topping out 192 though. That is pretty slow. Scav gone deep, he has, and that's that one done. Thank you very much. So the leader's getting on. 12.5 second lead now. So it is all spreading out at the top. Everyone's pulling away from everyone. Yeah, the gap's going up from Young to Kayla. Well, he was being caught by Fudder, wasn't he? But Fudder's pitted, so it's now Johnny behind him. Yep, so it's all field spread. Whoa. See, with these walls and all these sparks being thrown up, doing this at night, so much. Oh, dive from Scav. Ah, that's unfortunate. Chris is waiting for him. Yeah, well done. That was a shame. I think he's got dirty tyres and can't get going. That was quite a good surprise move, that. Then he just kind of got semi-pit manoeuvred as the ghosting sort of comes and goes. And a dirty and overheated tyres. They're still both together, they're bound to be. Anyway, so Scary's solid in the 55s. And I'm guessing he might manage, what, one more lap? And he's already run the softs, hasn't he? And he only did 4 laps on the softs? 5. Got to lap 5. Which is 10 minutes. 10 minutes to go. Is he going to go for the softs and nurse the fuel a bit to the end? Because I think the tyres had a little bit left. Gaming's blatantly going to be coming in the pits. They're all on the same strategy. Young's going in the pits, yes, and I expect Kayla's going to come in the pits. He could do another lap though. He's in. So Scary has come out and so. Oh, he hasn't fueled. He hasn't fueled. Oh, what a disaster. Unless that's a bug, but no, he hasn't fueled. He is gonna, he must know he's done that. Mind you, he's still got a 24-second lead. If he can make it round without running out of fuel, just stick it in top gear. Just stick it in top gear. Leave it there. I think that's what he's doing. Oh, he must have hit the wrong button in the pits. There's no panic though. Look at the gap. 25 seconds. It's about 25 seconds to a pit stop. And they're all on the soft soap, so I don't know if Gaming knows this. He might be stealing a win here. Slither of fuel, and I wouldn't even change down. I would just keep it in top gear and coast. I think that's what he's trying to do. He's going to run out. He's going to run out. I think he has run out. He has. Or is he just giving himself just enough to get out of this hairpin? There he goes. He's definitely out of fuel now. So Gaming, how far's he got to go? It's too far. It's too far. Oh, what a disaster. I think he'd still be doing alright in the championship, to be honest, but Gaming is going to have a really nice present coming up here. See what he sees. He's going to see a car come out of nowhere. There he is. Whee! You're leading, mate. And you can win if you don't screw it up. Scary has got in the pits, but Young's gone past him. Kayla's going to go past him. Yep. Get the fuel in. Fudder's not though. Or he is. I think he is. He is. You don't need a full tank though. What does he? A full tank to do about 7.5 or 7 minutes. Wow. Well, that was a bit unexpected. That's come from nowhere. So, new leader, which is gaming. And Young, can he smell a victory and be spurred on and get his foot down? I think he's slightly better tyres, but it's only on the update. Gear Kayla, well, absolutely love finishing with the podium. So how far is Scary back? I mean, it's in 53s in the softs. And Gear Kayla was doing 55, so it's 2 seconds a lap. And that he's what? 5.5. Oh no, he's about 20 seconds back. So Fudder's the only fourth. Is probably the best he can hope for now. Major disaster. 5 minutes to go. Get that ad out of the way, I think. 5 second lead. Oh, in the wall. So if Young was getting hungry, he's overdoing it though. Still, he's going to have to completely spin it round to not come second. Now, Scary. Who was running fourth? I can't remember. Need some help from the chat. But anyway, whoever he was chasing down, he's got a head off. But it's a big gap, so it wasn't Johnny. Can't remember. He was about 5 seconds back. Was it Fudder? Or was Fudder pitted? Yeah, I think the Fudder's pitted. Oh, and the wall. 16.5 seconds back. I mean, he's got a fastest lap. It's equivalent of a third place. Don't think anyone's going to beat a 53.4. Oh, Gaming, I think, has had a bad lap. He's just lost about half of his lead. Under pressure. And it looks like he's had a bad exit out of the hairpin as well. So this lead is coming down and down and down. And it's going to keep coming down all the way down this straight. Yeah, so it was 3.5 seconds. It's now under 3. I hear Young hitting the wall. Hasn't lost too much time. 2.7, gap's coming down. So yeah, it's a 57.8. So he lost. He's capable of more speed, but he lost basically nearly 2 seconds on that lap. Yeah, Scary's catching Gear Kayla, but it's nowhere near fast enough. So this is it. This is where the tension is. So yeah, I don't know if Gaming's feeling the pressure, but his lead is being eaten into. And he's got fuel, he's got the tyres. He just might not have the heart rate. Oh, he's lost another half second. And soon he's going to find himself in slipstream range. Both these two would love a win. 1.1, what's going on with this car? You don't get mechanical problems in GT7. This will be the last lap as well. Another race that's going to come down to the last lap, but that's it. That gap's kind of stabilised at about 1.1. I mean, it's just one mistake really, a half mistake. Brush a wall, 1.6, but Young sliding out of turn 1. So I think it looks like Gaming looks like he's scared of losing the lead, and Young is desperate to get it. That's what I'm seeing. There's plenty of squealing tyres. It's 1.2, 1.4, it's ebbing and flowing. He should be alright, he just needs to make sure he doesn't make a mess of getting out of the hairpin. Or even into it. So you got to remember, your tyres are a bit more worn, but you got a lot less fuel. Braking distances will be different. Clipping the wall, it's not going to do, it's 1 point, it's under a second. But Young's at the wall though as well. And it's back up to 1.1. So you think he might think you get away with hitting the wall and go too fast into a corner. You never do. You never do. You always lose speed. That was quite a good hairpin from Gaming. It's good enough, and Young was getting his tail out, so that is just going to be enough. Heart rate was up, but it's probably coming down now. Watch him over the line. Someone stopped. So yes, Gaming does win. Young second. Gear Kayla is going to come in third. Scary Biker is going to come in fourth, having thrown away a win. Improved his fastest lap. Not quite going to improve it anymore. Johnny fifth. Comfortable fifth. Fudder's going to be a comfortable sixth. And Ricky's going to be seventh. Long way back from Fudder. And Chris, these are all the guys who lost the slipstream early on. They fell off the pack. Nana lapped. So Gaming gets a win from absolutely nowhere, and it looked to me like those last few laps he was feeling the pressure. The Young putting his fastest lap of the race, look, right at the end, or right towards the end, so he was after him. He could see him, but he couldn't quite get him. Another lap and that could have gone either way, I reckon. The Gaming's laps 54, 57, 56, 55. Really inconsistent, whereas Young was hanging around the 55 second mark, so much more consistency comparatively. Is that 57.8 lap, whatever happened there? I reckon it might have been a bad entry and probably even a bad exit out of the chicane, because he kept losing it down the straight as well, which would have contributed to that 56.8 lap as well. But anyway, I think we'll be all across the line. No, Nana is out of fuel, and that means we're going to have to sit there waiting for her to pootle over the line, and really what she needs to do is just hit exit. Timer ran out. Because you could hit exit and still finish in the same position. Anyway, result, Gaming gets a win out of nowhere. And he felt the pressure, I reckon, from Young. He chased him to the line, tried his best, but couldn't quite catch him. And I'm certain, I'll ask him later, but I bet Gaming was really feeling the pressure on that, because it looked like it. Might not have done. Anyway, Gearcada third. That's a result in the Shelby, in the Mustang, because I don't think anyone managed a podium yesterday. Scary fourth. I mean, he's still fourth. He's had a couple of fourth places. I think Johnny was second in the championship. He's behind him. Footer was third in the championship. He's behind him. I think Gearcada's going to have picked up most of the points. So I think that might make Kayla. Was he actually on the scoreboard? Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's gonna put him in second place. I think, bump him right up. And it depends. Those sprint races could have just put him right in it, right up the front, up near the front. Ricky was seventh, Chris eighth. Scav, and then Nana, who never finished because she ran out of fuel and could have just exited. Strategy on point, Gaming says. Or Scary completely screwed his. It was. I'm going to say, I'll type that actually. Right, anyway, that concludes that one. So 8:30 next Thursday. Not too sure what they are actually for Thursday, but that's where we'll be in these same cars. Catch you there.